I don't want to curse, but this is just a disaster. I don't want to curse, but this is just a disaster.
The Ukrainian drone brigade, led by Robert Magyar, also known as the infamous Baba Yaga, is wreaking havoc among Russian forces in Kursk. Russian servicemen are filming their own destroyed equipment. The road is blocked. Not a single car will pass here. These are results of recent arrivals, Baba Yaga mortars and anti-tank mines, they add. A Russian serviceman is impressed by the work of a Ukrainian mortar, the Baba Yaga.
I don't want to curse, but this is just a disaster. That's it, the road is blocked. No car will get through here. It's very tough, very tough. This is just a mess. Everything is blown to bits. Better not step on it.
О, это капец.
This is a mess. This is what landscape designers are all about.
Просто меняется ландшафт.
It's all from the strikes, guys. It's all from the strikes.
Это все прилеты.
Mortar, Baba Yaga, and a little tank. Moving on.
И танчик. Двигаемся дальше.
Ukrainian forces continue to give their best effort in Kursk, inflicting damage on the Russians within their own territory and pushing them back on other fronts. This are successful strikes on Russian equipment in the Kursk region, hitting a BMP, BTR-D, camouflaged APC, IMR-2, Nona SPG, and 3 BMDs, one of which was moving with infantry. Additionally, a BMD and a group hiding near the vehicles were destroyed. Ukrainian attacks on Russian forces in Kursk are achieving significant strategic and psychological gains. By targeting military assets and infrastructure deep within Russian territory, Ukraine is forcing Russia to divert resources and attention away from the front lines. These strikes disrupt supply chains, damage morale among Russian troops, and demonstrate Ukraine's expanding operational reach. Additionally, such actions send a clear message of resilience and capability, bolstering Ukrainian support at home and internationally. By keeping pressure on multiple fronts, Ukraine is also shaping the battlefield dynamics in its favor. Attacks on Russian oil infrastructure are paying off. Satellite images from the oil depot near Engels 2 Air Base on Sentinel came available. At least 8 tanks have burned out, but more are possible. We will have to wait for better satellite images to confirm the damage. Also, the oil depot in Lysky, Voronezh region in Russia, has been burning for a 4th consecutive day after it got attacked by Ukrainian drones. Back to the fronts. The 3rd Assault Brigade destroyed a Russian position used by UAV operators, a direct drone hit to their shelter. They also hit a camouflaged mortar, took out an AGS grenade launcher, EW system, tank, and several vehicles. The 3rd Separate Assault Brigade of Ukraine has recently conducted several notable operations. On the beginning of the new year, in Kharkiv Oblast, the brigade destroyed 20 pieces of Russian equipment, showcasing their operational effectiveness. In November, the brigade successfully cleared the village of Kopanki in Kharkiv Oblast of Russian forces, capturing members of Russia's 1st Tank Army. Before that, during a counteroffensive in Kharkiv Oblast, the brigade reclaimed nearly 2 square kilometers of territory, seizing key defensive positions from Russian occupiers. These operations highlight the brigade's strategic role in disrupting enemy logistics, reclaiming occupied territories, and capturing enemy personnel, thereby contributing significantly to Ukraine's defense efforts. These actions are not just tactical wins, but also a demonstration of Ukraine's ability to strike effectively, maintain momentum, and reclaim critical areas under Russian control. Each mission bolsters national morale and draws international attention to Ukraine's fight for sovereignty. All Ukrainians should be deported from Germany, says right-wing AfD party member of parliament from Bavaria Catherine Ebner-Steiner. She claims Ukraine has enough territory for its citizens and calls for border fences to stop refugees. Roughly 1.2 million Ukrainians currently reside in Germany. We don't know if Catherine is aware that Soviet soldiers raped millions of German women after entering Berlin during the Second World War. According to Antony Beevor, author of the acclaimed book about the fall of Berlin, the Russian soldiers raped every German female from 8 to 80. But who knows? Maybe Catherine has some Russian blood in her. Let's leave fools behind us and back to the heroes. A Ukrainian tank from the 28th Brigade near the Toretsk mine is using direct fire to destroy a building housing occupiers during a firefight. Although the Russians are unable to secure this stronghold, the situation remains difficult for the defense forces. Ukraine has reportedly achieved a tank advantage over Russia on the battlefield for the first time since the war began in 2022. According to a recent Forbes article by David Axe, this development is largely due to a combination of Western support and significant losses suffered by Russian armored forces. Western allies have supplied Ukraine with advanced tanks such as Leopard 2s, Challenger 2s, and M1 Abrams, bolstering the Ukrainian military's armored capabilities. These modern tanks provide superior firepower, protection, and maneuverability compared to the aging Soviet-era models still used by Russia. Canada is doing what it can to help. As part of Operation Unifier, Canadian Armed Forces are training Ukrainian troops to operate and maintain armored combat support vehicles donated by Canada.
Key features that make this vehicle suitable for the Ukrainian Armed Forces is survivability, mobility, and versatility. So this vehicle really is a specialty for the frontline forces for the armored capabilities. The ability to medevac somebody from the front line to safety is what the ACSV ambulance is built for. The training here consists of two different courses. We have the operator course and the maintainer course. Maintainer course is 5 weeks, where we teach the Ukrainian soldiers the skills they'll need to keep the vehicle in the fight. The operator training is a lot more driver-based focus, so we'll teach them on the training area that you see behind me, the skills that they need to operate the vehicle proficiently and effectively to get where they need to go. To see the transfer of that skill set to the Ukrainian soldiers is something I'm especially proud to be a part of.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.